It's time to do some upgrades and some repairs to Pumpkin.
It's our blessed adventure. It's our blessed adventure.
Well, a short time ago, we broke a driver's side axle on the JL when we were out on the trail. And when we broke the axle, kind of put things in a bind, and we bent our drag link and our track bar. So today, we're going to try to remedy part of that, because eventually we want to put a new lift and a drag link flip on it. But until we get the new lift on, we can't do the flip. So to get part of it remedied, we're going to put a new tie rod on today. So we'll show you that we got a little bent tie rod and drag link, and then we'll show you what we're going to replace it with here. Here you go. Under here, you can see that the drag link and the track bar are pretty close together. And if you can see at that angle, there's kind of a rise right through here in the track bar, and you can see the drag link's bent, kind of end right through here, and they touch when you steer. We've had to bend that out a little bit to give them a little space. So we're going to try to eliminate that if possible with the replacement of the new track bar, and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to have to get that steering dampener unbolted, and then get the track bar ends knocked off, or loosened up and knocked out, and we're going to replace it with the new track bar we got here. And we'll show you the comparison once we get it out. But this is going to be our new track bar, and this is the Yeti heavy duty track bar. So we'll keep you posted. I've heard of other people talking about how loose the tie rod bolts are. Well, I just went up here to loosen my tie rod bolt, and it was less than tight. I just turned it just a half a turn just then. But look at this. Put this wrench on here, and if you can see, I'm pushing it with one finger. This thing was not even tight, and this is unbelievable. I heard people talk about that, and I had meant to get under here and try that, but that's unbelievable how loose that is. Let's go over here to the other side. Now this side I haven't touched at all, so let's see how loose this one is. All right, let's see. I get the wrench on here. Oh my goodness, look at that. No effort at all, and these things just come right loose. These things are supposed to be torqued, and these things are hand tight. I mean, less than hand tight. I need to check my drag link, see if my drag link's that loose. So make sure that they're not just that loose as well. Well, at least that one's snug. Let's go over here to this one. Well, I've had that one off, so I know that one's snug, because I moved the steering stabilizer, so, and I knew that one was tight. But wow, these tie rods are totally just loose. Well, you know, I just thought I'd check I didn't check my drag link bolt. I actually checked my track bar bolt. But then when I went to check my drag link bolt, look at this thing. Loose. It's loose too. No wonder this front end is loose. This thing is, I have to check the torque specs on that, but wow, that one was totally just loose too. Let me check this other side. See if I can get twisted around here. Sorry, guys. See if we can get up here, get you a view. This bolt here. There we go. Let's see if this one is just as loose as the other side. At least this side is a little tighter, but the other side was totally loose. All right, I'll keep you posted. Okay, to give them Chrysler a little credit, I had to hold the top of this bolt to get this one off, but it still was pretty loose. The other side, I was able to take completely loose without holding the top of the bolt. So, just wanted to update you on that. Okay, as you can see, I got the bolt completely loose, and you can see that the tie rod is already dropped down. So I'm just going to give it just a little tap. There you go. It's down there. You can see when I tapped it, the other side fell out as well. So let's get these nuts off and get this tie rod out. Well, we get this steering stabilizer off, and then I'll get it out. Well, I thought my ratchet was going to work, but I guess I'm going to have to go back to my wrench. Get this. I already had loosened it up, hoping that oh, okay, here we go. Get that off, and then I should be able to get this tie rod out pretty quick. So get that off. Lift the steering stabilizer up. It's out the way. All right. That one off. Come back over here to this other side. My camera assistant, the better half, is a little under the weather today. So I have to try to do this all on my own. All right, well, there we go. Down. And, okay, struggling here. All right, we got her dropped down. All right, let's get these two lined up to each other and give you a show with the two lanes side by side. If you get down here and you look, the tubes look pretty similar in their diameters. And I only know this because someone else pointed this out, but if you look real close, you can see the thickness of the thread there, or the thickness of the inner tube there. And you slide right over, and you see the thickness of this tie right here. And then you look at the ends, the forged ends, and we're going from here. Let me put this right up here next to it. To there. A little beefier. Just a little beefier. So hopefully that's going to work out for us. And this is not a sponsored video in no way, no form. Too bad it wasn't. I wish they would sponsor me because I could use some more parts. But this is not a sponsored video. This is just something we're trying to do to get us back on the road and make us a little more stable, because we like to go out and wheel it pretty tough. So I took a pre-measurement, so I'm gonna get this other one screwed in. I'm gonna take another measurement and make sure I was right, because I measured it while it was on, and then get this back on. As you can see, I just got the new tie rod stuck up in there. Just got to get it snugged up. But I wanted to show you the space that it creates in between the drag link and the tie rod. Whereas before, they were almost touching. There was no space. So we'll get that snugged up, and I'll probably show you just a flashback of what it looked like before, but just wanted to show you that space. Well, get this all tightened up. Snug. Now starting to tighten up. All right, we'll get the torque wrench on it and get it torqued down. Snugged up close. We'll get her, and we got her clicked up to 110 pounds. Now we'll get the other side. It's gonna take a little bit, so get back. Can't get the angle I want to get this other one tightened up, so I'm gonna have to jack her up and take this wheel off. Get to try out my new jack. It's a combination floor jack, bottle jack, and a friend of mine has one, and it works extremely nice. Has a safety catch on it, so watch that off. Get that out the way, and then we should be able to get this all tightened up. All right. There we go. Got her all done. A whole lot easier with the wheel off. Now, throw the wheel back on. So, this is the safety thing. So, you got to put a little down pressure on it. Lift up on that. And then, when you loosen her up, she just comes on down. All right. Got her back down on the ground. Get those lugs snugged back up. And we're getting close to getting those bolts in there. 6 Allens and then 1 bolt snugged up in there. Now we just got to make the adjustment on the steering stabilizer and snug it down. Got the steering stabilizer mounted up. Now, I just need to make sure that the grease fittings are filled up, which I think they came pre-filled, but we're going to double check them. And it's time to clean up and go for a test drive. Giving the vehicle a little test drive after installing the new tie rod, and everything is just driving just right. See, I just got a couple fingers on here just holding it. There's not a whole lot of play in the steering anymore. It's very responsive. When you move it to one side, the vehicle responds right with it. So I think adding the new tie rod was a success. Getting everything laid out here, getting prepared. Gonna get it jacked up, get the tires off, and start getting the parts removed to get the new parts put on. Today we're gonna put all this into the Jeep. It's a 3.5-inch game changer with new control arms, new springs, new sway bar connectors, front and rear, and a new drive shaft. So we're gonna get started. Well, we ended up getting all the components on for the lift. Front and rear. Didn't do any filming because we were doing it all by ourselves. New shocks, sway bar links, all that. And we'll step back and show you what it looks like all done. It ended up giving us 3 inches of additional lift. So that's of clearance underneath. So we're going to take her out today and see how she performs, and we'll let you know. Also, with adding the new lift kit, we also added the new heavy duty drag link. So we got that installed. So all we got to do is get a final front end, or not front end alignment, just an alignment to get everything squared away and get our drive shaft installed, which we decided not to do ourselves, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, it is very soft. I didn't realize it was this. I mean, compared to over there, I mean, this is super soft compared to over there. Oh, good. Hey, Pumpkin did it.
You guys are such a fun.
We'd like to thank all of you for joining us at Noel's Blessed Adventures. We never know where our adventures are going to take us or the people we're going to run into, but we want to take you along with us. So don't forget to push that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and share with your friends so you can come along with Noel's Blessed Adventures.